It's an interconference contest here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder play one at home with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. You look up and down both these rosters, and these are incredible athletes on both sides.
So we expect, Kevin, that we're going to get some great highlight plays out in transition here, and you're going to see the court shrink up a little bit for some of the offensive players.
How about the most athletic guy you ever faced?
John Barry? No, I'm kidding, Kevin. I'm kidding.
You like that answer, though, yeah. If he's listening, I'm sure he is.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Jordan, LeBron, who?
Most athletic player I ever faced was Kobe Bryant in his prime.
I like that answer. We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Horford is out there with Johnson. And it's Crowder in at the three. Here's Adams. Rebounded by the Celtics. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the two games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
Oladipo against Bradley. Oladipo, good.
Nice. The defender's on him. He gauges how much space he needs to get that one off. Chooses to go with the fadeaway.
Here's Thomas. The teardrop falls in.
He approaches the rim strong there and then flips up the teardrop.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. And the Thunder another three.
Sometimes it's more about when Russell hits the three. That time looking confident. So perfect to see Russell Westbrook playing for the Thunder because he himself is a force of nature. A couple of seasons ago, he had 3 knee surgeries in less than 1 year. And everyone was worried he might lose some of that explosiveness. Are you sure that's not a bionic knee he's got in there?
Here's Sabonis. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Sabonis has got his first bucket in this one.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Thomas, here we go. Count the basket. Thomas got his second bucket. And you know, Westbrook, Brent, undaunted by the knee surgeries, and up until that collision with Patrick Beverly, he had never missed a game. High school, college at UCLA, never.
No, and he never missed one of your broadcasts either, Kevin. You remember in 2015, he got kneed in the face and had to have surgery to repair that cheekbone. So he wore that mask in his return, and then he reeled off that amazing string of triple doubles. I'm not sure he's human. Can we check his blood type?
Pass to Morrow. Shoots. That shot off. And the Celtics going the other way now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
I think mostly they just did not give themselves a chance on the inside. They settled too much for the jump shot. I would have liked to have seen a better effort to get the ball to the paint.
Well, Isaiah Thomas, a first-time All-Star in 2016, only the second player in NBA history, 5'9" or shorter, to merit that honor. I didn't know that.
Yeah, following in the footsteps of the legendary Calvin Murphy, and for a guy taken with the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft, Thomas no longer Mr. Irrelevant. Another step in his quest to become the best under 6-foot basketball player to ever lace him up.
Brown kicks to Olynyk. Out to the right wing. Smart. No good from outside. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's Chris Dunn. Rebounded by Urebko.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
Boston again missing.
You know, looking at his release and his form, it just seems like something is off, and it's affecting both his shot and, at this point, his confidence. Wow, he put a little extra on that one, didn't he?
Here's Here's Thomas. He's got 6. Clean by Olynyk. Takes the 3. Boston again missing. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Thunder out in front, leading by... All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, I just really love that they're playing with their hearts tonight, contesting shots, making their opponent work for every point.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Smart and Crowder at the 2 and the 3. Jerebko at the 4, Olynyk at the 5. And it's Rozier in at the point guard position.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Well, not too many current or former NBA players can say this, but you can, Brent. You've been in a movie. How was it getting involved in the Jerry Maguire movie? And do you have any more plans to be on the big screen?
I have more plans to go to movies, Kevin, than to be in the movies. Somehow, some way, I got a phone call from somebody that said, we need you to come down here. And I know the backstory to it. Cameron Crowe is from Seattle. I met Cameron Crowe several times. And he said, Brent, I got a part for a basketball player. How about a movie? I said, cool. Then he said, how about a movie with Tom Cruise? I said, even better. And then he said, how about a movie about a sports agent with Tom Cruise and you'll be in the scene with him? And I said, what time?
How many lines did you have in that movie?
Oh, I nailed it. One line, Kevin. One line, one take, Jake. And there was a kid there that was in the same scene. It was about signing some basketball cards. And the little boy was suffering from a cold that day. And Tom Cruise could not have been nicer. In fact, gave the kid some Kleenex.
That's a great story. Shot by Crowder, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Sabonis, and there's another one for the Thunder. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, you look around the league and the post-up is giving way to more and more pick and rolls, more and more three-point shooting. Some big men don't like it, but Amir Johnson embraces the change. He said, it's what I do. I'm a big that likes to set screens and roll. Kevin, with his combination of range and finishing inside, become one of the best at it.
And that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go.
Alex called timeout. They're first.
And you look at the Thunder last season, they were slept on as a contender for the title. Warriors and Spurs, very, very good, but in the same conference. Might have helped the Thunder to stay focused and fly under the radar just a little bit more.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Cancer. Andre Robertson comes in for Grant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Kristoff. Yep, that one goes.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Celtics trail by 10. And usually the Thunder are favorites to go deep, and that's exactly what they did last year, all the way to the Western Conference Finals.
Well, you look at what Westbrook represented in Oklahoma City over the past 5 or 6 seasons, and there's no doubt with that kind of talent, you're going to have a chance every year, Kevin, to make a deep push.
Here's Westbrook again, Oklahoma City.
And no hesitation with Westbrook being challenged on that shot. That's just how much confidence he has in his game.
Johnson the screen. Outside Bradley. Johnson sends the screen for Bradley. Lets the 3 fly. And Oladipo pulls it down. The Thunder leading by 9. Passes it to Roberson. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Crowder. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Rozier kicks to Horford. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That's a big boy basket from Horford, fouled, but still got it to fall.
Boston making some changes. Jerebko's checked in for Johnson. Brown comes in for Crowder, and it's Isaiah Thomas in for Rozier.
And it had been something that had been talked about in the past via trade, but Al Horford joined Boston in the offseason via free agency. It was the fit that he wanted team-wise, and Horford was ready for a new challenge. So great fit with this roster and the city of Boston.
And Thomas, here we go, can't hit from the low block. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Westbrook. The pass to Sabonis. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Oladipo outside. Fade away. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And I think his coach excited about how much he's regarded as a defender first, but his offense has been at least as strong thus far in his career.
There's Thomas with the 3. Thomas with another miss. Oklahoma City leading by 10. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Roberson, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Roberson's got his second basket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside Thomas. Kicks it to Bradley. Fires for 3.
Man, some good defense from Oladipo to take that one away. Eat up all that airspace. That's what he does.
And
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance. The hometown. From the get-go, it was Oklahoma City who came out strong. They did it just the way it was drawn up in the locker room, starting out on a 10-2 run. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
Might also look at the coach and his game plan in terms of trying to find those good looks. They'll be looking to do the same here down the stretch.
Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Roberson is out there with Sabonis. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Crowder kicks to Horford. Six to shoot. Here's Johnson. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
He really can time those perfectly. What an assist.
All these days, teams have really gone away from offensive rebounding, transition defense, such an imperative.
Well, I think Greg Popovich started it off in San Antonio, and then Doc Rivers adopted it in Boston for many years because the numbers will tell you the percentage chances of grabbing an offensive rebound for your basketball team are not very good. And if you take those kind of risks, calculated as they might be, it's a disadvantage for you to get back in transition and set up your defense. So a lot more teams adopting the 4-back and one take a chance at the offensive rebound mentality.
Part of that analytics contribution we're talking about before. Things like that point those things out to the play.
Yeah, and the numbers aren't lying.
Right, exactly.
Timeout. Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And for years, people used to criticize Westbrook for his shot selection. You hear less and less of that, though, now lately.
Well, he's an MVP-type player in his own right. He led the league in scoring in 2015, remember, with Kevin Durant out, and he did it very, very efficiently. It's a good problem to have if you're Billy Donovan and the Thunder.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Cantor checked in for Sabonis. Jeremy Grant comes in for Victor Oladipo. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. A defensive-minded coach, he's developed into a great offensive mind. Fellas, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC, moving the floor, as he calls it, creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement, that's where the league is going, DA. Thanks. Walking with legends here, guys. Look at some outstanding seasons, decades apart, averaging a triple-double in each game over the course of an entire NBA season. Oscar Robertson's 1961-62 season was something to marvel at, and now in our current era, a special player making his own mark on the NBA with the tremendous play he's been showing us all season long.
And that's still one of the most hallowed achievements in NBA history. I mean, we're talking about the Big O averaging a triple-double over the course of an entire season. I mean, to think we have another player with a shot to do that, it really speaks to the one-of-a-kind season he's having. This is the stuff of legends.
They set the pick. Smart kicks to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Knocked away. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Christon. Here's Adams. Tries yet again. Robertson can't hit.
Well, the defense knew exactly how to play his man there. An outstanding effort.
Rozier kicks to Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Christian can't get it to go.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game. He has such a nice touch for a big man.
He gathers himself so quickly, really has a great instinct for hitting that mid-range jumper.
Down low, Cantor. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Thunder lead by 16.
Well, this is kind of that set play here for Cantor where he can show his wares. Good instincts there on the pick and roll.
And here's Smart. Here's Brown. And no good trying to get that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Thunder up by... Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Pace of play is a big part of tonight, okay?
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Oklahoma City leading by 16. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Thomas and Smart, the feisty backcourt pairing. Amir Johnson is out there with Horford, and it's Bradley in at the 3 spot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Oladipo, he's checked in for Grant. Jay Crowder's checked in for Boston.
Get up, he's free.
Pass to Westbrook. Dishes it to Morrow. He kicks it to Cantor. Just 5 to shoot. He can't hit that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. Johnson with a screen on Oladipo. Now Johnson. Picked by Horford. Bradley kicks to Horford. Johnson, that's for 2. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Celtics trail by 16. Thomas sets a screen for Bradley. Back to Thomas. Horford with a screen on Oladipo. Thomas, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Westbrook, no good. The Celtics shooting a putrid 25% from the field. Poor shot selection all around. Crowder dishes to Horford. Johnson kicks to Crowder. They set the pick. Feeds to Thomas. Off the pick. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Outstanding D there. They really got up in his shirt and made him uncomfortable.
Oladipo misses.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Yeah, and I think that's the shot they were scheming to create on that possession. Painful it didn't go down.
Westbrook against Thomas. On the high post. Thomas with another miss. Oklahoma City leading by 16. Westbrook passes to Oladipo. Cantor kicks to Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Well, good hand-eye coordination, but he could only get the deflection very close.
Sabonis, he's checked in for the Thunder. Andre Robertson comes in for Anthony Morrow. There's Sabonis. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Horford.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Thunder.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Westbrook.
You could feel his confidence tonight. He was getting after it, and they had no answer for him on the other end. And the more points he got, the more his confidence grew.
Horford. Sabonis grabs the board. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
That's the rub. They're leaving nothing to chance here, putting all their energy into this closeout.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bradley, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Westbrook against Thomas, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Robertson.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
Yeah, and good to see that these guys are excited, gave their all, and then some. This is the result of all that hard work.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.